Hey there guys, it's Red2 here, but back with another episode of Oxygen Not Included. And last episode we spent a bit of time on the automation side of things. We got all of these up and running. And this now dumps food here, that puts, actually that takes the food out, dumps it there, or there, wherever is necessary. And that takes food, which comes to the receptacle there, and then this one, which doesn't have power, puts it in the fridge. Let's quickly fix that. No power at all, okay. Yes, well, and we were busy with the whole power issue by having the wire go along the outside of the base here, the thick heavy wire, so that we have, what is it, up to like 16 odd megawatts available outside of the base. And in this case, it is going to come in really handy. We're just going to make sure that everything here gets powered from about here, where we have some power transformers directly powering all of this. And it's also necessary to make sure that the fridges stay powered. And we could use a, what's it called, carbon dioxide dump, you know, like have a bit of carbon dioxide in a little dip, and have one of those storage containers, these ration boxes, sitting in that, and it would never go off either. But, yeah, personally, I don't like it. It's efficient, I'll give you that, but yeah, I like this more. So, I'm doing it that way. And yeah, oh god, set up a new bedroom for the new dupe that we got. Good thing his bed's still, there. Chase. And yeah, we've got a bit more of the base surroundings going. And also last episode we fixed up all of this. So all of this hydrogen supply is now filling up slowly, steadily. Well, it's not too slow. That thing's still going for another 28 cycles. So we have to start making some use of that. So the planning for this episode is to make sure that we start, and I think around about here, or maybe here, on a power plant. Just a big old power plant, just massive amounts of power generation that's going to feed into this wire, which is going to go around the base, and which we're going to hook up to various parts of the base, like this here, so that everything gets supplied from that, and about which we can destroy everything that's there. Don't need it, no, don't longer want it, and I do want the resources, at least the refined resources, I want them back. We really don't have a lot. And talking about which, we got 4.5 tons of lead. We do have an oil biome here, so we could walk into this a bit more, possibly give them a bit more space actually, and see if we can tame them and dig out all of the fossil, diamond and lead without actually going into this thing. Who's dying? Copper ore. The water is 77 degrees. There's no point in fixing this actually. Deconstruct it instead. And don't kill yourself over it. Not really much point. Overheat damage, yeah. It would have overheated at 75 degrees. No longer says so, but it would have overheated at 75 degrees. So it was just overheated sitting there. Possibly have to look at the cables as well, actually. Let's say we immediately have to set that back up though. Gold amalgam. Yep. I have to do that immediately. While we're also looking at this, let's make sure we clear out the gunk from there and build that. Want the stuff out of there so you can actually see what's going on. This is greenhouse, right? Yeah, okay, good. Alright, so we got all of that. Oh yeah, we had a couple of gulp pacus now floating around here. I think we had 3, and this is a normal one. And yeah, an old pacu, isn't it? 27. But yeah, every now and then they feed from the fish feeder, and so they're tame, which is good. Actually, there's 5 of them, so I might we'll increase that. So they can all have a feed a day. And this one's also covered for. It's a bit of a bummer. Just a building. Get rid of that. Make that a 9. We'll immediately do that. Get it done as soon as possible. Let's see about the priority on the harvesting though. Let's put that up to 7 as well. Plumbing, pump, gold amalgam, get it in there, get it in there with a 9, excellent. That thing has been analyzed, lower the priority. Not sure why it still needs a priority, but lower it anyway. And let's see. We don't want the oil to float into there, so get rid of that, but we can. Hold off a bit on that. Let's get that. Let's get this. So they can hop onto that. Yeah. And then, now this is out, we can have this out. So they can hop over that. And we'll have to help them up the last bit. So that's going to not fall on his head. And that should be fine, shouldn't go up or anything. Should be good. Can go up. All of that can go up. Gives us more lead, gives us more fossil. Gives that phosphorite. Also good. Actually, let's cancel that. We'll go top to bottom. That can be taken out. Those can go. Little balloon, love it. That's the overjoyed responses. Great feature, love it. It's really, really very fun. And oh, they've already put that back in. Excellent. Alright, this is going quick. Alright, so while they are busy doing all of that, oh, is this turned into a greenhouse? Yes, because we've got the mesh tiles in now. Very nice. And we now have mesh tiles on the outside as well, because there was a problem with a lot of spillage leaking down from, I don't know, melting ice and everything, and going through the doors whenever the tubes went through the door. Let's see, yeah, we've got a bit of non-carbon dioxide in there as well, so this is a bit of pain. Let's see about the warmth though. Definitely want this thing here to be flowing continuously, so this pipe. So before we start on the energy project, let's get a little miniature energy project out over here. We'll keep it simple though. And let's make sure that we immediately stack that up to 2 kilowatts. We'll be using lead to go in. Let's see. 1, 2. Let's get some heavy wire going. That way, we're using iron. We've got an iron volcano reasonably nearby, so I'm not too worried about having not enough iron. We should make sure that we don't spend everything, but we don't have to be too careful. That's a smart battery, and might as well use lead. Get that going. And actually, let's stick a mesh tile on the end there. I think I'm starting to become more of a fan of mesh tiles over the airflow tiles. Unless you don't want the liquid to fall through, you might as well use mesh. And I think the resources are about the same. 100 for that one, 100 for that. Oh, they are exactly the same, as is the core effect. So yeah, if you want to hold liquids, use the airflow tile, else use just the mesh tile as well. Alright, so we've got that going. Power wire, we need a thick one. That one's conductive wire. Make sure that we're using lead. Don't forget to jump here. Also also lead. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, and now we're gonna have to quickly see about the floors. So go on here, there. That's 4, right? 4, yeah. And 2, 4. So we want one there. So grab that, get that in there. That side doesn't actually matter. Then continuing on, copper. Yeah, copper has a good core value. Get that going on. That going in. Take this out. Why not? And let's actually make sure that we're using that. Get that in there. Alright, good. So line up, we're going to make that, and then we can have wire go to here. And how do we want to loop it? That thing definitely needs to get powered. This is, even just the sound of it is just annoying. You just keep looking like what's failed. Let's get that in there. We'll get rid of that. Pretty much everything here actually. And we'll have, so this is hooked up, how much is that? 2.64 kilowatts. So we need to relieve some stress off of that wire as well. So we'll have this go through there. And that goes there. That goes there. And how's this going? What's the speed of development on this? I know automation wiring, obviously. Completely forgot that one. Let's do that. That one. Maybe 40. 4, yeah. Sensitivity not found. 80. 40. Construction bit. Make sure that they work hard on this bit. So, then we can disconnect the other stuff. So we can take this out. And let's see. We're going to take that out. We'll take all of that out. No point in burning coal. And let's see though. Still got a lot of stress on this wire. 2.3. That one's 2.3, this one's 2.6, so we definitely have a shortage. To relieve stress in the future, let's make sure that this gets continued. Around about that, yeah. We can do whatever, it just needs to continue up. This will leak out, which is fine, I think. Might have to start thinking about just randomly putting random pumps in random spots to filter out the air, just so we can store chlorine in a chlorine container or something, or find a way to burn it off, if possible. So is that not going? No, not yet. You do this here. Actually, that's bleachstone, isn't it? Cancel that one. Get that going quick. And then... oh, they've already removed all of that, so this is currently all without power. Just the cables, mate. Could have started with those. Hello. Might as well. Oh. The facility, so that's like a competing company, has stolen our genetic information. 40-odd employees would make for mighty convenient lab rats, and even if we discovered gravitas did, we wouldn't have a lot of legal options. We can't exactly go to the public given the nature of our work. I can't stop thinking about what sort of experiments they might be conducting on my DNA, but I have to keep my mouth shut. Okay. How about this one? Even with dramatic optimization, we can't fit the massive volume of resources needed for a colony seed aboard the craft, even when calculating for a very small interplanetary travel duration. Some serious changes are going to have to be made for this to work. Okay. Alright, so power. Let's see, this is now overloaded to 2.3. And yeah, the current load, if it's above 1000, it will light up red because we have 1000-watt wire for most of this. Then again, it shouldn't overload too often. Well, actually, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 fridges. That's 480 always on. This pump should always be on. So that's 480, 520, 720. What's it up to? 960. There's another pump. Hang on. That pump. Man. Should probably put another installation just around here someplace. Maybe just on in here. It's a bit further away, but you know, it goes with the trend. Have that power just this immediate area. Probably not a bad idea. Would unload. Well, we can remove that in completely, and it would take the load off of that, and that of that setup. Maybe power the filter as well. Figure that. So we'll get, and yeah, let's do it here. And some smart batteries. We'll use lead again. Let's do the automation wire first this time. That's aluminum, yeah. Our 80-watt wire, get that going in there. And then we have the conductive wire. Both of these are red. Coming out, going around. We'll get that bridging to there. Start on that would be very helpful. Kind of have to take this power offline, this area. This goes offline, then this loop stops, this food dies, problems. This food will slowly cool down again. It is actually way too warm. Shit. That's just under 30. That's... what's all this powering? So this is just looping, right? And that's looping into there. So we'll have to... crap. Okay, this is a problem, because this is too hot. 45-degree water, that's already 30-odd degrees. That is 44 degrees, that's also too hot. That is cooling down, but it's 40 degrees. That is 18 degrees. Oh, we can actually remove this. down, because then we can have that intake flow up, and if that go that way, yeah. We'll just leave that for now. They can do that whenever. Bubbles is pretty good. Suit wearing, plus, athletics, farming, digging, yes, yes, yes. Machinery bonus, yes. Volt pub's also pretty good. We don't have any of those yet. And this is just excavating. This is just researching. I think for now we'll go with the Volt pub. We already have 17. We should be very picky as to who we let in. And back to the heat issue. I think for now we'll just cut that one, that bit of piping there. That's going to stop these toilets, stop all of this flow. And again, I would allow this to fill back up again, this basin. That's pretty good. This is a problem though. It definitely has to cool down. Because this is destroying food. That's still heating up. Weirdly enough. That's probably because that's so hot. Yeah, this needs to be only accessible by like a thermal sensor. Can we put a do we have a thermal sensor that we can stick on a pipe? Quick element. We do have a thermal sensor, but do we have like a thermal sensor pipe? Oh, we do. Sends a green signal or red signal and the pipe enters its chosen range. Yes, that is what we need. Chosen range even, so like a minimum max temperature. It's pretty good. We'll have to think about that for a sec while this cools down. This is all hot, right? Yeah, 27. That's 30ish, that's 35ish. We have a lot to think about it. They're going to be using up this, which is a bit of a pain. That also supplies. Actually, this will still work. This will still work. We'll go with that. All right. This still loops. This still loops. This still supplies. It's just everything else that's now down. Everything else being quite substantial. So we're going to take out that one. And we're gonna. How long is that? That is also 44 degrees. Jeez. Is that all because of this? 60 odd degrees? It's also this, right? Now this is in the negatives. Not always. So the primary supply is currently the salt water. This is adding to the loop. This is just looping. And this will get added in due to the bridge. If there's gaps in the pipe here, like in the loop. Which is probably good, so this can fill up a bit. And, you know, it gets used little by little. So I was thinking we'll do this. Get that hooked into there. And then we still need to supply everything else. This will overflow in a matter of moments. This needs to go. Put a bridge in there for it to be a one-way street kind of deal. And might as well use this, right? And we'll have that go out there and go out and into there, and that will split. Will that split? Doesn't really matter because it goes into dead end kinds of things anyway. And any overflow will eventually going down here. So now we've got this closed off, and we're going to leave it like that for a fair amount of time, if not ever. And let's see, we should be able to fix this up now. And we've closed that loop off. With good reason. They are quite quick building inside the base, by the way. Holy hell. So now everything here is already supplied again, and this should be supplied with warm water. Oh, very warm water, 40 degrees still. So this water is filling it up with 60 degrees water, so we should probably start thinking about putting in a little cooling loop. This is at 80 degrees though. Real bloody hot. We might, to get rid of heat, we might dig this up. Change this over to normal tiles and put some temp shift plates underneath. Yeah, that might actually be a thing. Nice. I'm going to get this started on that. In the meantime, we're going to start working on the power supply on like the main generator area. So for that we're gonna need lots and lots of power. So I wanted to do something along the lines. See, we're gonna leave one line of abyss light, right? That's definitely a given. So if we do that, how wide are they? They're 3 or 4? Right, so they're 3. Okay. I was thinking of doing 20 tiles, which would give any of the other things. That one's 4 wide, that one's 4 wide, and that one's also 3, I think. Give it a lot of power. And we actually have 2 tiles to spare. We have one on either side, so could do. Actually, let's not do those on outside. Let's keep that to be normal tiles. Well, I did delete that quite quickly, but you know, we could use the abyss light as a roof, of course. There, gold. Yeah. Use a bit of mesh. Get that thing going. Wait for the save. Yeah. Apart from misclicking. Then we'd get the hydrogens in there. They are less high, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we can have 5 of those. And we'd have the natural gas. We'd have 5 of those. And then we'd have coal. If it comes to the point that we need coal, then we've really screwed up. Oh, there are only 3 high. Okay. Am I doing this right? Yeah. And yes. Now, something I will do, it's what I've done in a previous build of mine, is have a little pool of polluted water collect down below here. By little, I mean it's substantial enough that we, you know, do something along the lines of that. And put, you know, a bit of plumbing on there, pump, so we take it out. And then all of this layer will eventually end up being a thingamajig, a layer of polluted water, so it will produce polluted and scummy oxygen. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing fast. But you do that and that, you get clean, free oxygen, albeit a bit hot. So now let's open some doors. Good. Now we need to hook up some automation. And everything is going to be automated, right? I was going to say down to the doors, but that might actually go a bit too far. What are we using here? Aluminum? Yes, might as well use aluminum for this. I keep seeing the pop-ups on the top left. What are they for? Damage overheat. Okay. We'll get around to that. Oh, did I screw up these doors or what? Alright, so that gives us a power plant. It's not real pretty, but it's gonna work. And it's gonna get real hot. Did I actually make everything out of gold? Iron ore. Of course I didn't. Gold, iron ore, aluminum. Well, at least I'm completely inconsistent. Cancel everything. Can still do that. Power, natural gas, gold. We're out of gold, that's why. Aluminum. Gold. Need more gold. Where's gold? Need slime biome. Is that gold? That's aluminum ore. Crappy ore. That's gold, right? Yes. And let's start from the top. We'll need to reach that anyway. Rid of that. And let's have to hurry that up. We'll need to reach all that either. We have another slime biome. We do. not a lot of gold in this one. We do have not more lead here, which is good. We'll get to that. Don't you worry, we'll get to that. Let's make sure we have a bit of this. Actually, let's make sure that we have a bit of this made from that. Let's make sure that we have that made of... What are we going to make this of? I really don't care actually, because that's our base, so something we have a lot of. There we go. And we're going to have these be priority. Alright, so how is the gold digging? Going well. Dig some more. Nice, got a body bud seed, but we don't have any... Do we have any disease going around? Well, our water supply is screwed. Up there anyway. Oh, that's polluted water. Okay, fine. Nothing yet. 160 cycles in. And all we got is polluted water being polluted. That is good. This one's good. Oh, fluorescent. Well, we don't need a lot of fluorescent around. Farming, suit wearing, and supplying. So like athletics bonus, strength bonus, farming bonus, and then also twinkle toes. Banhai, looking pretty good. Benny. What does name it? Benny. It's a fancy way of writing Benny. I think we'll get him too. Her. It's a her. Yes. Got the place right? Yeah. Alright, so that's all done. Damage overheated. Alright, what keeps doing that? Conveyor loader. Contents of the container loader is 20 kilograms of lead. Excuse me, what? Why? It's made out of lead. Oh, the contents of our lead for the repair. Why is that a problem? Why is it overheating at 55 degrees? You go in there again? What are you carrying? Supplying farming materials. You're a bit out of your farming zone, are you not? Carrying bleachstone. Which is cooling down, heating up, what's going on? Go fast. So, this being, okay, so default overheat temperature 55, being made of lead, comes in, 55 degrees, and then it overheats. Okay, took a while to click. What's that one? 28 degrees. Get rid of this thing. I'll replace it with gold or aluminum. Alright, so back to here. No, back to the slime. We should have dug out a new line by now. Where was it? It happened. Actually, we'll dig up that line as well. I've had a bro. Alright, now back to this. Now we should be able to select a couple more. Gas generators made out of gold. And coal generators made out of gold. And that pretty much used up all our gold. How's that here though? Petroleum, gold. Everything here is gold, right? Gold. I'm not saying I'm a gold digger, but please dig more gold. Yo, did you guys just trap? You guys did just trap yourselves, right? Oh, you're idiots. It's a good thing I'm working here. Leave that. Right, so how far have we gone with scouting? Oh yeah, we saw... Yeah, space, right there. A few episodes ago. That's pretty cool. There was a planet floating by. Unbreathable vacuum, space exposure. Oh, space exposure! Hang on! Come on, save. Space exposure. Telescope. Map star, map destinations, assign duplicates, must possess geographical analysis trait, building must be exposed to space to function. So we can have that there. That is pretty cool. Space scanner sends a green signal to its automation circuit when it detects incoming objects from space. Oh, can we configure to detect incoming meteor showers or returning space rockets? Okay, we're definitely going to need two then. So we need one to detect meteor showers and then like close stuff. Because wasn't there like a bunker door that we can open and close? Probably with that then. And returning space rockets, so we need to open like a space silo door or something. Where's actually the research for that? And we should continue research for this. I like the bunker door. Can stand extreme high pressures and impact. So I'm guessing yes. Glass forge. Gonna want that as well. Let's get that. We'll get the juicer soon as well. We're gonna need the steam turbine if we start to try and tame volcanoes. Alright. It's actually pretty handy to have that there. Alright. Oh, the saltwater thingy that we had, it has been removed. Copy that. Let's make it out of something more hearty. Iron. Overheat temperature, plus 50. Copper, overheat, plus 50. Decor, plus 20. Don't care. High thermal conductivity, so we'll go with that one. Alright. Getting more and more gunk in here though, that's pretty bad. And we'll have that right there. So the diggers can continue. Did we already know what this was? Minor volcano. Oh, yeah, no, we've seen that 100 times. Okay, that's the iron volcano. So we can go and use that. Give us some diamond. That's good. Alright, so here. Oh, that. Look at him go. Go kill yourself. Just make sure that you dig where you're supposed to. Why are you up there? Good thing is, ladders are in. Let's make sure that we get that on this side as well. And same goes for this. Do we have enough? Oh, we do. Alright, that's it. Alright, so now we need to hook up everything here, right? And hooking this up is a bit tricky. Because we want primary thing that we want is petroleum to be utilized. So the primary fuel of this facility will be petroleum. Eventually. You know, there's oil everywhere, but we're not using it yet. What we have is cheap and easy to get hydrogen and natural gas. So we're gonna set it up as if we're going to have petroleum ready from the get-go, and with the fallback to hydrogen, with the fallback of that to natural gas, with the fallback of everything to coal. And we could have a fallback even further to manual generators and whatnot, but this should be fine. Now, the reason we've also used mesh tiles is because the petroleum generators and the natural gas generators, they both excrete polluted water. So that we catch that down here, use that to make the things. Actually, I'm actually already bothered by the doors. Hang on, I'm just gonna remove that. I mean, this is a power generator room. So if there's one thing we're not going to be short of, it's power and save games. It's going to be hot, I think, so we're going to go with gold for the doors. We're not going to build a door there. That's for damn sure. Cancel that. Dig that. That's fine. Dig that too. And that. And you know, extend that up there. Extend that here as well. And just so we don't make a mistake accidentally deleting it, we're going to make sure that we have the roof dug out. That's a bit like that'll hold that, no problem. And if they go all the way here, we get to see what's here. And I'm guessing it's going to be more oil. So, for having this be like a giant thing that has one thing change to the next if there's a failover situation. Actually, construction 8. Don't do the floors first, they'll end up killing themselves, because I already saw one going all the way there, digging there, so the next step is to jump there and dig behind themselves. So it's like this, why would you go and stand on that, risk that you go and stand on that, and then have everything dug out underneath you and get stuck? Idiots in the largest order of the word. Alright, anyway. See, there we go. Oh, come on. Really? Actually, we're gonna need... No, we're gonna need this, so let's take out that. There, we're going to need, let's just add up 12. How much do they make again? Hydrogen things? 800, those made 800, and they made 600, right? Yeah. So we have 12, 5 times 8, 4,000, so 4,000, 4,000. That. We're hoping that we use that. So we have 20 kilowatts there, and if we have to go all the way back there, that means that has no power, so we can ignore that safely for now. Heavy watt goes up to 20, so we get a plate there. Oh, there's gold. Good. Gold. Gold? That's so expensive, this. Yeah. Heavy watt wire. Yeah, we don't need gold for the lower tiers. We do need it here. And we're actually out of gold again. Come on, let's go dig some more. Up here. Of course! Oh, I should have known you'd be so freaking idiotic. Let's take out that. It's just gold too, right? Oh, it's aluminum. Okay. Nice. Oh, 8. 8. And get. That going there. That should do it. I think. Is that gold? That going, and then build that as soon as possible, and then we'll dig out that. That should work. It's a bit of an ugly construction, but you know. And sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. The words of the famous Ian Malcolm, life finds a way. But, really? Get rid of that. Go back for food, mate. Let's see, do we have research going? No. So let's get the top one, so we don't have to go back there again. And yeah, I'll let this episode go on for a bit. And if you like what you see, do press like. Hit subscribe if you want to see more, all that jazz. And in the meantime, we're going to set up a smart battery switch, if you like. It's gonna be big, so we're gonna go back a bit, I think. Yeah, oil right there, nice. Yeah, what did I just make this out of? That. Okay, that's fine. And let's go there. Let's put one per layer. That makes it clear, right? Save games really don't help. Alright. Yes, let's do that. And we'll make sure that we can... Oh, we're out of lead. We're out of refined everything. Guys, how much is that? Oh, that could power me for a while. Alright, let's come in here. How hot is this? 19 degrees! I am starting to be in a real need of those skeletal suits and Atlas suits. But we have a need. We need this. That. Sorry guys. We need that. And oh god, this area is going to be that hot as well. Can we fit it here? Or can we fit it closer? Let's try that first. Power. Smart battery. Where'd the other lead go? Just deleted 4. Let's see, we'll try do it a bit closer. We definitely need a door there, or a couple of doors. Or just close it off. Just close it off a bit. that. We're going to have them put all of that in there. Metal ore? No. Fine. Lead. Don't stay too long, bro. Running off down there. Chilly surroundings. Yep. Diamond? Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure that gets cleaned up. Lead. That's more lead. Sorry, guys. Pick up that. So that it's there and not over your feet. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna get that. And in the meantime, manufacturing should now have 14,000 lead. Okay. Lovely. But it's gonna get tricky. Get that and that, and that, and that, and we're gonna get some automation going in behind here. We need a bunch of ore gates. Oh, we can actually put. Oh, yeah, that's not going to make it too much clearer. Oh, but I do like this idea because that saves a lot of space. I'm gonna do it. Sorry guys, this is going to... Actually, it's not going to be too bad. Right, let's try this. Or get smarter. Yeah, just don't kill yourselves over that. Guys, it's just... Ari, leave. Move, you idiot. You're an idiot. Jeez, why did you stay so long? Stand there clapping while you're burning. Triage cop. Actually, can make a hospital. Then they heal faster. Water. We need water for a hospital. What does a hospital actually need? Hospital. A toilet, mess table, medical equipment. One tile. Just one tile. So there will do. And actually, we don't need water. Who am I kidding? Put in a toilet. Mess table. Where's that thing? Mess table. 2 tiles. And a door. Ta-da! Hospital. And ta-da! 2 hospitals. I'm guessing how dead is he? Pretty dead. Don't come back. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on him. He's gonna come back because he's an idiot. How are you guys? You're just doing alright. Yes. Nope. Think you've got something to do there. Bye. Jeez, he's fast. Jeez, look at them go. wire to go there. You need that one to go in there. That one to go there. That to go there. So now we have this OR gate sending a green signal if that one or that one says send a green signal. And now, and then we still have the third battery, right? So if we want this up here to turn on, then all of these must send a green signal. So I'll have the same there, and there, and there. So that's actually that, right? Yeah. So I'll have that hook up to that. So now all three batteries must request the power to be on. And then this one goes here, hooks up, tells all of these to turn on. Now, the same is not going to happen here, because here we want another AND gate. Oh, we can actually stick it behind the door. Come on, save game, jeez. Stick it in there. That actually works. But we won't. Outside of the door is fine. So here, we're gonna have the automation wire there, and that goes down into there. And this positive one goes into there. So then, if this is all green, it also sends a green signal to here. And this will send a signal if the batteries want power, they'll send a green signal. Am I doing this right? I think so. Maybe I'm doing it reverse. Definitely doing this wrong. Oh shit. Why do you have to manually do this? Go away. You know what? Ouch. Awesome. Go away. Okay. That sort of works. Files going in here. Might as well. Easy this way. Multi-transfer on that. So we've got a couple of injured ones now. Vitals. Stress, I don't really care. Health though. Yeah, okay. So, oh wow, he's already nearly healed. You are going to get, what's his name? Hassan. Get in there. Next idiot, actually, get Nicola in there. We need some suits before we go back into there. In the meantime, get that in there because, yikes. Do not stand on the other side while you build it. So, for we might have to send a NOT gate in here actually. It should work. This should work. See, we already got this going. Ha! Alright, here we want these to turn on 90, right? 90, and they can turn off. No, low threshold. No, they can turn off at 90, and we want them to turn on at 60. Start with 60, it's a safe number. 90 and 60, and same with that one. And this one will do 80 and 50. And 80, 50, 70, 40. And this is just really backup, right? 70, 40, so 50, 10. Backup. Backup. 50, 10. So we're going to continue wiring. God, I can't really see it, eh? Alright, so we're going to need that, and copy that, and flip it. And oh, no, wrong. There, and get these in. So we've got that hooked up, and then we want this to also be a signal there, that to go in there, that to hook up, that to hook up, this to also go in there, this to also go in there, that's hooked up. Now, it would be nice if the to be built wires, oh, it's already there, so but you can't really see it. Right. Right, so that's all that. Right, so power. We're going to need heavy watt wire, and we're going to need gold up here because these things get bloody hot. Up to actually here. How much gold have we got? Enough for this. These things might actually get hot due to that. And now iron will suffice, I think. And here, iron is fine for this. Alright. So check all these. 15 here. Goes tightly along there because it's, we won't hook it up just yet, just because I want to make sure. Then final thing that we have to do is get a little power transformer setup going, and 1, 2, and a smart battery, made out of lead, short, heavy wire, iron ore, goes in there, conductive bridge. Let's. Oh god. Bit unfortunate that there's the door right there. Actually, have we go in there? No, that's a massive unnecessary detour. Tricky. We'll have this go here, but we shouldn't, we mustn't confuse it with this. And then we get this, that should be lead, yes. We'll have that go here, up and over, down, up. Instead of, no, we'll have that supply from there as well, but this can just go straight up, easy peasy. And this one is a bit more complex, because I think we can do this, right? Yes. barely see it. And we hook these three together, and then we hook these three together, and we hook these together. And that is a massive power generator. Yeah. And take care of the little things as well. Make sure that those get supplied with sand. This is all chlorine though. Icky. Let's make sure that we replace all of this with airflow tiles. Not those. These. That. That. And these. And that. And that. And that. And that. And that. Huh. Not too shabby. Oh yes. And we need some floor. Right there. Not too shabby, and I like that we have the abyssite outside line. Very much like that. Apart from that corner, but you know, kind of it all. Let's check. What should it be again? 1850. 1850. You can guess. 850 times 740. 740. This one's 50, 10, 50, 10, 50, 10. 90, 60, 90, 60, 90, 60. Just that one to go. And then that one. But that one's outside of this loop. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hassan, you are such an idiot. Good thing there's oxygen there, not chlorine. It's not too bad on breathables. Definitely could have been worse. We could. No, let's not. I was gonna say we could add in additional batteries. But no, we need that for the plate and the automation, and otherwise we'd screw up the automation wires. How's this doing actually? Alright, we've got ore. I was actually thinking that this should be green now. Why is that red though? Is it, oh, possibly because it's not built yet. Is it? Ah, yes, no. That, let's wait for that. Pretty much all of the automation wires, or a lot of the automation wires are already in, so that everything will get a red signal by default, as you can see there. Red signal disabling the not yet built building. Oh, no research. Next. And actually, let's make sure that this gets done, and I hope they can get it done real quick. Because that would be very nice for the episode, really. Well, to be fair about it. And you know what? Because I want it done. Let's go like so. Alright, so they should give this all their highest priority. 1, 2, oh, come on guys. Get that on 8 as well. Don't want them. Really? Yeah, you two? No, alright, you guys go and mop that up. Fine. How are we doing on vitals? Let's check that in the meantime. Health. 76 is lowest? Okay, that's fine. Everything green. Made a mess. Hang on, that means someone stuck some. How the F have you managed this, you massive... Insert a whole bunch of curse words. Come on mate, clean it up. And a little more. Ah. I like your dedication. That. That must be it. Your dedication is over. You're still a stupid idiot. Grill's not being supplied everything. Broken liquid filter. That's bad. It's only just broken because there's still liquid in the pipe. Still bad. What are you filtering again? Output salt water. Input output. Made not out of gold, I think. No. Delete building. If we're already on that, make sure to get that done. Plumbing. Liquid filter made out of gold. How hot is it? Almost 80 degrees. That's pretty darn hot. 83 degree water. This thing needs to be put onto salt water. I'm sorry, but what? What? Isn't that like a form of magma or something? Tungsten? It's like liquid steel, isn't it? Steel liquid, so I guess not. Molten aluminum. Jeez. This game is so incredibly huge. Water reach. Oh, it's growing. Water dripping down. Where's that coming from? Up here. Must be ice up here then. Alright. So that's fixed. Let's go back to the power plant. Because there's a couple of things that we obviously still need to do, which are liquids. And as we have oil here, and we have a bit of space here, I'm just going to assume that we're going to have oil coming in from this side. So liquid. We're gonna need something that has a high as hell overheat temperature. Igneous rock. I pretty much made everything from igneous rock. Properties. Melting point 1400 degrees. That's enough for oil handling. No. All these buttons. And that save game. Oh, God, that's annoying. That's not a B. Oh, this B. Sorry. I'm just gonna assume that it's gonna come in from that side, and that we're going to be feeding it through there somewhere. I'm just gonna leave it there. We don't need it for now. Next up, gas pipes. I'm gonna put these up high. We have double gas down here. I'm going to put these. We've got the. See, this is all hydrogen, so we've got that close by. That's going to go there. Leave that for now. Got this here. Or we could do it below actually. Keep it sort of like on the level. That's a good idea. No, yes. That if you cancel this, that immediately it just goes into the overlay. I really want to be able to not do that. So we got carbon dioxide coming out of that, and we have to have natural gas going in. So natural gas is through this pipe here, and carbon dioxide we want here for this farm. We don't actually want a lot, we don't need a lot, but we're going to dump it in there, and as we have that much. Why is the water level not rising, by the way? I mean, these things are going continuously. How much is the output? Polluted water, 76.5 grams a second. Okay, it is bugger all, but still. We can have that added to it. So we're gonna ventilation, gas pipe, igneous again. I'm gonna have these two next to each other. Might as well. And we're gonna make sure that these get hooked up because I think we're a bit short on power. So that's not hooked into there, is it? No. This is gonna go here. This is a one-way street because this doesn't have pollutants. So this is easy. And it goes like that. And let's see, and we're going to put everything that we just did on construction 7. Including that, even though we don't need it yet. There we go. Have that going. What's the problem here? No automation wire. That's bad. Lead, yes. Get that going. So, the fact that everything is turning green is real simple actually. Hang on, that one. Yeah, no, 7040 there. Thought there was one left, 740, 8050, 8050, 960, 960. Right, so everything here is now currently set up to supply this from automation. It's actually filling up. Why is it filling up? Where did I go wrong? Why is there power? Nothing here is doing anything. Did someone supply coal? Oh, they supplied coal generators. Oh no. Okay, well fine. That's fine. Oh, it actually shows that it works. Right. So that's what I was gonna say. What's happening here is we have 3 batteries, right? So that's just for power storage. The automation here is to make sure that the tile on the end here gives a green signal if any of these ones want power to the row next to it. Now, with the whole fallback system, you don't want everything running continuously. So what I've done is done this similar. So this whole setup here with the batteries and just the first 2 gates is the same for every row. And if you did not connect the rows up to each other, they would also work really. But now what happens is because we've connected them up to this with just a simple AND gate, if this sends a green signal and the power is low enough that it wants, so this row wants power, it sends a green signal, and this row wants power, and you combine them with the AND gate, then this one gets a green signal. So this one and this one and this one must need power for this one to be allowed on, and the same happens here. This one and this one must be powered for this one to be on. And the same goes further here. And you can actually see that this works because and this one must need power, want power, for this row to be green. Because this will send a green signal, but this one now has enough stored that it's sending a red signal. That's why we had the level settings. So it's gone over the threshold of 50, so these ones no longer send a green signal. As you can see, these ones have now turned on. So we've got a red signal here already. And soon we will reach that, see, and it turns off. and that one's still green. So this system, it's fairly simple. So if you want to replicate this yourself, get 3 batteries, just for power storage really. It's nothing else. You could do it without the first 2 batteries on the right here, and then you could also, you know, not have this first gate in there, and you can just have 1 battery. It'll still work. And if you have just the 1 battery, you just need these end gates on the most left here, these bottom 3. And if you replicate all of it, you need all of it. So you need 3 batteries and an OR gate, combining the first 2 as inputs, and then have the battery of the 3rd battery and the OR gate's output. Yeah, this is the output of the OR gate, and this is the output of the battery. Oh, you can actually see it: output smart battery, output OR gate. Serve as inputs for the AND gate, and the same goes along for every row. Alright, so let's just confirm the validity of this, and with that, just one last thing rests us to do. That is, get the iron ore, heavy hot wire, hook it into the main system. Everything here works out of the box. Just the pump still has to be hooked up. So yeah, we've got the gas hooked up, the hydrogen, it is in. Did I seriously just do this? That is ridiculous. Why would I do that? Needs to be that. And those in. Oh, actually, it needs to be 7. That doesn't. It's not an emergency. Just that they cut that one. So yes, we've got the hydrogen coming in, and next episode we'll hook up the natural gas. This episode's gone on long enough. And we've created an entire power plant capable of producing just 12 megawatts up here, 4 each on these rows, and another 5 megawatts on this one, but I hope we never have to use it because we'll be overloading the heavy wire by 5 kilowatts. So probably we'll disable these buildings. Actually, I will disable these buildings. Enter, wasn't it? Yes. There we go. All being disabled. And yes, guys, if you'd like this, thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and be awesome. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.